be interesting to know.
Yeah, that was a great, great hustle at the end there. Couldn't have asked for anything more clutch at the end of that matchup. Really enjoyed how that played out, that's for certain. Yeah, great job. So we're going to be going on to map 2. Epidemic has, or rather Excia has managed to win the first matchup, coming back from a 3-0 deficit, win in overtime no less. Be interesting to see how Epidemic responds to this.
Before humanity can rise, the Wilder Zone must fall.
And here it is, Sunstar. I'm pretty sure this is Epidemic's pick. I've heard a lot about Epidemic practicing on Sunstar a lot. Or not, maybe not a lot, but practicing on Sunstar, whereas most teams don't. And I think they use it as a map, almost meta against the other team. They pick a map that isn't commonly played in the hopes that the other team will have no clue how to play it as well as them. So I'm pretty sure this is Epidemic's pick here. And I would not be surprised if they ran a very similar strategy as last game with that full-time technician.
User was moved out of your channel. Channel switched.
Lose arugula? Well, I hope we get arugula back, because much as I love to talk. Hero mode it. Well, so like I was saying, Epidemic has, from what I've heard, they've practiced a lot on Sunstar. It'll be interesting. I think they'll be running that full-time technician. Just the strength of the force field on Sunstar limits so many routes from cappers and also protects a lot of the defense. It protects them from jugs, it protects them even from radar fire. Grenade launchers are much harder to hit. And if I'm right, I'm pretty sure Epidemic will be running a brute clear as well as a technician to keep the generator up. And what they'll do with the brute is just fractal clear that. It's very easy to get 2 fractals inside that little force field circle or force field hut, and those fractals will just lay waste to anything inside of there. We'll see how it works out. Implosions is pretty good on landing those nitros, and he can land those nitros without being inside the force field circle. So we'll see if they figure out a counter, but I would be very surprised if Epidemic did not run a technician full-time on this map to keep those generators up.
And I'm back once again, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies in advance. I've had a little bit of difficulty with my ISP with my current connection. We're actually going to be to hopefully correct that. And I'm back once again. Thankfully, little errors don't happen that often. Regardless, we are going to be playing on Sunstar, and I believe it's going to have Epidemic on Blood Eagle and
Excia on Blood Eagle.
Excia will be on Blood Eagle.
I think they might not have chosen teams yet, but it looks like they're all on Excia's all on Blood Eagle at the moment.
Okay, so for the time being, we're just going to tentatively say that Excia is on Blood Eagle and that Epidemic is on Diamond Sword for this matchup. Still waiting on some get side of the matchup.
So I was saying this earlier, I think when you were gone, Arugula, from what I've heard, Epidemic actually practices Sunstar quite a bit, which is fairly uncommon that a team practices it, but they use it as their pick to, in the hopes that the other team doesn't know how to play as well on it. And I think we'll be seeing a full-time technician on Epidemic's side to keep that force field up. And we might actually be seeing a brute clear because the fractals are just so strong inside that tiny force field hut.
That'll be an interesting strategy to see play out should they choose to employ it. Looks like we got about 15 seconds to go here, so without further ado, we will be getting on match 2 here in a little bit.
And then for those of you who are not hugely familiar with Sunstar, it is a very sniper-controlled map. I think we'll be extremely likely to see one capper and one offense almost completely designated to get that sniper down. Because if you run 2 cappers, a sniper will an effective sniper can easily shut down 2 cappers on Sunstar. It's just such an open map with very little hidden routes. So we actually don't see any technician from Epidemic right now, so I don't know if I was completely wrong on that call, but we'll see. They are running a Jug at the moment, which is interesting because the force fields are still up and a Jug is... I guess he can shoot that mortar inside the stand, and which he's doing right now, but it puts him in quite an open position. Actually, Koss is doing that. I don't know if we've lost Arugula again. I hope not. But as we're seeing for Epidemic right now, the defense is just completely cleared. I'm pretty sure they're running it looks like a D stack with 1 capper and an infiltrator raider offense, or maybe a raider Jug infiltrator, and then we run probably an O stack still. But 1 capper, and Trism's going around the back. This is probably the most hidden you can get on Sunstar. He's coming all the way around the back here to try and completely avoid Chambers. And there's the infiltrator on Chambers right now. So Chambers has no idea where he's coming from. Chambers is down, but the problem is the generator is still up, and that back to front route is completely shut down by that force field. So that's the thing we have to see. That force field has to go down for those back to fronts to be viable. And until the force field is down, it's only side to sides. And Jesus is out with a back to front here, gets chained down. So yeah, there we see Liquid Swords actually running full-time tech. So maybe Excia has been the team that practices Sunstar. I'm not 100% sure because it looks like neither team has really gotten comfortable yet. We haven't seen much for flags passing midfields. Ooh, my spectator UI is actually completely bugged, so I can't see the score. I figured Trism's out. Oh, he gets killed there by Kaha on a nice... I think that was... yeah, Kaha chained him down. Kaha's actually playing Doombringer in this map, it looks like, rather than his Chase. Or he could be a full-time Doom. So actually, Sunstar, quite a slow map as we're seeing. Very sniper controlled. Most teams can't run more than 1 capper, and because of that, the success rate on getting flags off the stand is quite low. So we might be seeing a... and it's not a hugely small map either, so it's not... if the flag gets off the stand, it is not a guaranteed cap. You still have to get across that extremely open midfield. That the sniper can just shoot you from almost anywhere he is. Jesus is out here setting up on a back... on a... it looks like it's going to be a right to left. I don't think Alcabon sees him yet. See if he's coming in. Alcabon sees him. There's the snipes coming down. He shouldn't be able to make it to stand even. There he goes. Trism's on his back to front. It looks like Chambers has him spotted. Can he get the shots off? He's out with the flag. In midfield, Chambers is going to be shooting. There's 1 shot. There is... misses the second one. Hits the second, but still super low health. Koss manages to chain him down. Koss gets the midfield return. Nice job by Koss and Chambers combined for that return. So Liquid Swords is running Technician, it seems. I don't know if that is full time. I'm pretty sure he has not left the gen, but he hasn't managed to get it up. Actually, he could just be tech somewhere else. There's Trism setting up really high in the sky right now. Chambers could snipe him out. He's setting up for his back to front once again. Excia has managed to control the flag stand for Epidemic. There's Rakua walking it out middle, but the problem is the map isn't extremely small, so it's, again, Alcabon can just shoot him down. There's Rip on the chase, gets the nitro, gets the return. It's not that easy for Raiders to walk it across, and there's the generator's back up. Liquid Swords puts up his generator for Excia. There he is in the gen room. Light turrets, motion sensors. There's the strength of a full-time tech, even on 7s. Just the strength of the generator. Lion GG's trying to go down there, and Juggernaut looks like Chambers is going to falcon him down and gets killed by the X1.
And ladies and gentlemen, I am back once again. Minor
Line's gonna set
technical
up some
difficulties.
Mervs.
So sorry about that. Regardless, thank you very much for doing some gas solo casting coverage in my absence. It looks like Jesus Condom's on a nice little advance here. He's less than 10 seconds out from his current positioning, and I think he is actually going to get sniped out before his advance is complete. Trism GG, on the other hand, however, is looking to be in really great position. He has nobody
Has to go over the
currently
vagina.
pursuing him.
Can he make it over? He
And
makes it over.
does manage to do just that. He's going to have a nice regular turn here. Wu's the only person that can
Who's there
challenge
for the
him.
E?
And
He
there
bounces
is
over.
the cap. Very nicely done. 1-0
that's too bad.
in favor of Team Excia, I believe.
That's surprising that Excia was still able to... sorry, no, that was Epidemic. It was surprising that Epidemic was still able to get the flag off the stand with the generators up. It really forces the routes to be left to right or right to left. There's no variance. So I'm surprised Chambers didn't see him and snipe him down. He could have had an infiltrator on him, which was probably what happened.
Very likely, but regardless, an excellent hustle and a great getting up the field by him.
Jesus setting up on looks like a back to front kind of route here. Kind of hidden. I don't think anybody sees him quite yet. Alcaban or Trism has his spotted. There he is. He's spotted coming in. Gets nitroed. This should be an easy return for Epidemic. So Liquid Swords is actually running that full-time technician. All he's doing is camping his gen room. Lion GG is down there right now. I don't know if Lion can get him killed. Yeah, it looks like Lion has killed him, and he's going to kill the generator, even though it's level 4. So gens are down for Excia. There's Mike harassing the Doombringer a little bit, looks like. Chambers is up there uncontested.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, Chambers gets killed.
Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. I was actually kicked from the game despite joining it.
That's unfortunate. They don't realize you were a caster.
No, it's not even that. It's just that generally when you join the game before you cast, or spectate rather, you should be fine. But this time it actually kicked me.
Jesus actually almost made it back on a route there, but E-grab late by the infiltrator. Raku's going to pick this up though. Should be pretty safe. Flag gets conked out though. LL Bujay might have this return. Woo's chaining him down, manages to pick it up. They got the return. Excia looks like they can turn around and make this a cap of this. Yeah, they have their flag stand. Oh, Leech is coming in for an E-grab. He's going to be too late. He might just KO out. Here he goes. So 1-1 is pretty sure on the score. I can't see the HUD right now. Excuse me. It is 1-1, correct? If I'm wrong? Awesome. We saw Mike trying to make a late E-grab there, an infiltrator. Probably one of the weaker classes to E-grab. He can punt though with the stealth spin fuser. Just the health is quite low. So Excia managed to tie it up. It'd be interesting to see if Liquid Swords is... Note he's back to Raider. So I'm pretty sure they're going back to an O stack, 3 Raiders and 1 Capper, rather than D stack that they were running earlier. Actually, we see Rune in Technician suit now. He's gotten the generators up. Yeah, this is just for a strike. This is not full time. Rune his strike offensively. Be interesting to see what Epidemic does to handle this offensive strike. Because Wu did a really good job last game of using that strike offensively, clearing out the sniper and harassing the offense and giving Jesus a free stand. Trism comes in a rope, but he gets sniped out midfield. Who's gonna have this return? That generator force field wall is still up for Excia. And Lion GG still managing to get routes out on the side, even though that force field wall is up. There's Jesus coming in. It looks like he's gonna have to alter this route to a side to side. Alcaban sees him though, snipes him out.
Looks like Trism GG is looking really low in health, but he's got a nice vantage point from where he's currently at. He's going to be on a quick advance here in about 10 seconds time. Let's see if he can make it. He does not have a clear, however. All he's got is Merv spam, and it's not going to do much against those force fields, and he ends up getting taken out by a mine on the stand.
So we see Epidemic. Leech has switched to Doombringer now, solely to shoot rockets at the Shrike, which is probably one of the better maps for rockets on Shrikes because there's not many places to hide. But still just the strength of rockets compared to the strength of a Shrike. It takes a lot of rockets to kill that Shrike.
Trism GG getting back into position once again. He's about 20 seconds out from the stand. Now advancing into a 15-second position. And it looks as if he's going to have a clear, but he does have to contend with the heavy who body blocks him hard, and so that will not be a
Jesus is coming
successful
inside to
grab.
side, can't get the grab. Both of those force fields are up. I think both teams have realized now that those force fields, generators combined with force fields, makes for an almost impossible flag stand to grab.
And
Similar
it looks like
to...
Blue, for whatever reason, is trying to repair his Shrike while YNGG guns him as he moves up midfield. I'm not sure if that was the best choice to make, but he's going to... no,
Actually
it
gonna
wasn't,
crash his
as
Shrike.
he is taken out. My goodness. It looks like Blue Jay is going to head up, try to clear, make a clear situation for Trism, but he
Trism
does
manages
get
to get
out.
out. He sneaks
He
by that
manages
force
to get
field.
through that force field right when it was taken out by Blue Jay, so excellent timing.
He's at
is
full
not
health
getting
still. He has
sniped.
escort.
He looks like to be in really good position to get towards the flag. Jesus Condom has to get that going,
Cost
but
is
there are
coming on
so
chase
many
here.
deployables there. I don't think he'll be able to do it. No, he gets sniped out before he can even
This
touch
looks like
it.
cap number
And
2.
this will be a cap.
Gets
No,
sniped at
he
the
gets
last
taken
second
out
there.
by a
Great job by
comp.
Leech.
Excellent job. The flag has gone loose, but Leech is going to put
Gets
it on the
managed to get
stand
that cap.
finally. Well done. 2-1 in favor of Team Epidemic.
That's the other strength of the force of the generators here on Sunstar, is it makes E-grabs almost completely impossible. Because as the teams, if you respawn as a path or even a semi-speedy class, you come straight across the map towards their flag stand, you can't grab the flag without coming side to side, which you don't really do in an E-grab situation. Jesus coming in here side to side, the flag stand is, all the defense is being distracted. Jesus is out kind of slow. Alcaban should be able to get a snipe. He's all the way on the other side of the map though. It's going to be a tough shot to hit. This is the first one. Mike gets chained on his way out. Koss is going to have this timed return. Looks like it's going to be 2-2.
All right, here we go, and there goes the easy cap. It is a 2-2 game. Here goes Trism for the attempted E-grab, but he gets sniped out. And it looks as if we're going to be moving into a nice tied-up game here with 12 minutes left to go, folks. Hopefully this will end up being a lot more intense and exciting as we move along. And it seems that both cappers getting their routes worked out, ready to go. It looks like Mike is in good position. He's about 15-20 seconds out. Chambers misses the shot that he tried to place on him, but he does have him scoped out. Jesus Condom still out of range from Alcaban. And Trism GG is moving into position as well. He's got about 15 seconds behind his fellow capper. And it looks as if Mike is actually going to stall a little bit. He's going to now start moving up. He's actually going to follow up Trism. I'm not sure what his game plan is exactly. He gets taken out, and Trism's going to eat it too. I don't understand what the plan was with that, but they didn't have the necessary clears, and they kind of cowboy capped that.
Yeah, they're trying to switch it up a little bit. I think they're not happy with the amount of successful grabs they're getting, and unfortunately I don't think double capping on such a weird map sort of like Sunstar is an effective way to do it. You're almost forced to completely take high side routes. It's almost impossible to set up a route on the low side. So it's not like the cappers are coming in from totally different directions and you can surprise the defense. They're always going to be coming in from generally the same angle. You see Wu out here. Raku manages, he's going to walk the flag across. He gets killed quite quickly. Wu's back in his strike, though he's being chained down. He's going to have to go and repair this.
It looks
Epidemics,
like,
we have Mike
Trism.
down at the generator.
Trism's
Trying
getting
to kill
into
that.
position once again. He's actually going really far out there, though. I'm not sure exactly what his game plan is. It seems that he's going to be going for a front-to-back type of route of some sort, which I don't very often see on this map.
Mike managed to kill the generator, though, so this is well timed. Trism's coming in for a back-to-front that she can only do when the generators are down, but the heavy and the stand offense is still there. He manages to stop trying to kill them. I don't know if that was the best idea. Mike's there to make the grab, but nothing, not going anywhere.
Yeah, it looked as if Trism actually stalled hard trying to pull that route off and was unfortunately killed. due to his due to hitting the side of that tower.
And there's Liquid Swords. As soon as the generators are down, he goes Technician, goes down there to repair them. Just the strength of upgraded turret, of upgraded assets. Mike's gonna try and kill him, gets the sticky, hits him, but there's a nice duel here with Thumper. Liquid Swords managed to finish him off. He's gonna repair this generator now. Trism's out with, oh, is that Wu with a strike grab? Oh, I was lying.
Babysit that flag for a bit, make it impossible. Leech does, however, try to get it off his hand. He gets gunned down, however. Turns it.
Excia makes it 3-2. He gets hit off the stand left. No, he manages to bring it in.
Very nicely done. So it's going to be 3-2 in favor of Team Excia.
So I think Epidemic's kind of hit a wall here. They're having trouble figuring out their offense. They try double cap there for a second. They're trying to kill these generators and go for back to fronts, and they just can't find the right balance of clearing the stand, clearing the generators, and clearing the sniper. They haven't figured out how to do all three of those things all timed up for their capper. They got a couple caps out early. Go ahead.
This game is stuck in purgatory. There's a lot of D-stacking going on and a lot of emphasis on defense, but the offense has been suffering a great deal, and the necessary clears that the cappers need are just not syncing up correctly.
Well, we should generators go down here again. Mike's almost full-time infiltrator to kill these generators. Lion's going to come out on Pathfinder, try and clear Kaha, but Kaha's just going to chain him down. Tries to get Nitro off the stand. And the generators come up, blocking Kaha out actually. This could be a great time to grab, but nobody is within grabbing range.
Yeah, this is kind of bizarre. I think this is the reason why a lot of competitive matchups don't favor Sunstars because of gameplay like this.
L tries a strike grab there. He knew his strike was going to die to the missile. Jumps out and Raider just gets body blocked by Kaha. Trism setting up on a route, but again, his offense is... Lion's actually in Juggernaut now. This might be the answer. He's completely cleared that flag stand. Trism's out. Chambers is in a sniping position, but let's see if he can get the shots off. He's going over the Vagina now. He has line of sight blocker.
Yeah,
Jesus has walked it across the map.
Oh my goodness, and he hits the
Nice
tree,
shot.
he stalls out, he doesn't get the speed that he needs, and he gets
Who's gonna
sniped.
have this return?
That was
Oh,
really
he bounced away at the
unfortunate.
last second and Rip picks it up. Nice job by Epidemic to keep that flag out of Boo's hands.
So they're
And
gonna
it looks like it's gonna be a
continue
standoff. Cost
This
is here
is-
actually.
I gotta say, this is very bizarre. I have not seen a game that... A lot of these tactics we're seeing almost kind of feel like they would be more appropriate for a pickup game, to be completely honest. I have never seen so many needed escorts in any type of series like this in a competitive setting, so this is very kind of bizarre to behold.
I think it's the cap roads are quite awkward on this map. If you set up a high to low, you have to go over that incredibly open crevice on the side. There's not very many like good return routes, so we're seeing teams escort a lot. Lion G's coming in for a conk here, misses it. G's going to go up in the air. They're going to clear the offense here. Excia has slept beside Epidemic's push, but here comes Epidemic's. Excia's push. Offense is really well timed here. Rip gets the Nitro. Rakua gets the return. Nice Nitro and return by Rakua. This is going to be 4-2 for Excia. Rakua almost single-handedly returned the flag there. The other offense with him manages to single out the flag holder. Sorry. And he moved away from his team, and then Rakua got the Nitro and the return. Great job by Excia, converting a standoff.
All right, and here. What's very bizarre, I think, is that for whatever reason, both teams still seeming to struggle to keep the flag moving. I'm seeing some good things happening. I thought the Juggernaut placement was pretty good, but I feel like that both teams are struggling very hard to adapt their offenses. Tactics that
I
the
think
other players
Epidemic
have
had the
played.
right idea. Going Jug. Jesus gets out here on a rope, but he gets sniped out pretty easily. Leech is going to get this return. I feel like Epidemic had the answer with Lion GG going Juggernaut, and they got a pretty easy flag grab out of it, but they just couldn't manage to convert the standoff. Rip comes in here for a strike grab, crashes the strike, gets out, he's half health, getting sniped once by Chambers. Liquidsaurs is on chase here. Is that a soldier chase? Raider chase. Rip's trying to fly over them, he's in soldier, he's gonna maybe get this return, nobody is there to stop him. Gets the cap 4-3 for Epidemic.
And yeah, it's...
Jesus coming in here in a row though, he's out, half health. See if Akabon can snipe him over the crevice.
I don't think he has the position necessary to keep this thing going.
He'll save
He's
it
looking
if he gets sniped
dangerously
though.
low. And he tried to take the far route across that chasm, and it wasn't enough for him to get out of the line of sight.
Oh, Trism suicides. Leech is gonna get killed by Wu too. That was uncoordinated by Epidemic. They rushed too much to get that flag when they could have had Wu. If they all survived on the way there, they could have just 3-on-1 Wu, but they managed to. This looks a little dangerous.
Really shocked.
They will get the E-grab in midfield though.
A lot of what Excia has been doing to get in the lead has been straight up escorting across the field.
Lion GG gets the return, gets the conk, gets the return with 4 or 5 Excia players around the base. Koss is on the other side though for the E-grab. He's just going to walk this across the field as nobody was on the stand. Alcabon manages to chain him down pretty quickly though. They're going to hold this here. And it looks like Jesus is on chase of Leech, who sort of with the E-grab, he's taking a long time to get across the map. He drops off from Mike. Will he be able to get that? No, they won't. Don't get that midfield. Mike mid-air is Jesus there, but it doesn't matter as Jesus gets the return.
Rip gets a flag from a back route, but he gets
Chambers yanks him out. There's the power of the phase rifle, if anybody's wondering. The highest burst damage of the higher burst of the 2 sniper rifles. But after the first 2 shots, the DPS of the BTX-1 takes over.
Goodness gracious, this is rather bizarre. They are currently parking the flag very hard next to the side of the tower, and a pretty good vantage point, but I question some of the ability of not dueling from that position as one of the Pathfinders guarding is taken out.
Who's camping the generators right now? Just going to come up at the right time for the clear. There's Koss and Jesus both running cap routes. I guess they're running 2 cap. This might throw the sniper off. Koss is going to come on a side to side here. He misses the first snipe. There's the second one. Gets conked though. That's going to be really hard for Jesus to pick that up midfield. He's setting up on a back to front. About 10 seconds out. Look on the other side. Excia could just put their generators up. Mike and LL Blue Jay are down there to kill it though. There's Jesus coming in on a route. He's about 5 seconds out. The stand is completely dominated. He's going to grab this. Full health. Alcabon respawns. See if he can get the snipes. Misses the first snipe. This is going to look pretty bad for Epidemic. Blue Jay is there for the E. Dies instantly.
That's not enough, however, and this could
There's
be
the
the
cap.
cap.
5-3.
There it is. Good game. Good game. So I think Excia manages to come out on top in this series.
5-4 on Drydock. Big comeback on Drydock. And then I don't know whose pick it was on Sunstar, but they managed to come out. I think they had... I would say they outplayed Epidemic for all of Sunstars. There was a couple caps early on, I think. Epidemic got 1-0 ahead, and then from pretty much that point, I would say Excia had... It was a slow game, but I think Excia had them figured out. Defensively, Epidemic didn't get away with very many flags. So great job by Excia's defense there.